Welcome to the Joy of Jamming. I'm Chris Colby, and before we get started, I would like to take just one little moment to say thank you for being with me here today, and that it is a privilege to be your teacher. So thank you. Now, let's get started. All right, first things first, find a chair, get comfortable, go ahead and have a seat. And what I've noticed is if you have a chair that has arms in it, it can impede the guitar from being right up against your body. Okay, so in that case, if I do have arms on my chair, what I do is I have to slide all the way to the front so I can bring my guitar into my body right where it belongs. So hopefully you're comfortably seated. Now, if you have guitar picks, I recommend keeping the guitar picks really close by so that if you drop one, of course, you can keep strumming with your thumb, but if you have them close by, you don't have to get up or anything. You have them within arm's reach, and you just reach out and grab one, and you can keep on strumming away. So, we have our guitar picks. We're comfortably seated. Now, the guitar. Most people, when they sit, they have this nice little curve here on their leg. It fits beautifully. So get comfortable with that. Sometimes you'll see me play like this. If that's more comfortable for you, you can give it a try right now. What it does, though, it brings your fretboard all the way over here. It's farther away, so it can make some things a little more difficult. Most people, when they play just like this. So we have our guitar pick, we have our chair, and we're all seated and ready to go. Now, how do we know that this thing is pointing the right way? Well, what you want to do, there are strings on your guitar, and you want the thickest one. The thickest one is the low E string. That one is supposed to be closest to your chin. Low E string, the thickest one, and you can usually tell because it's wound. And when you take your fingernail or your guitar pick, it'll make sound. Whereas these, the high E string and the B strings, usually these top three strings aren't wound. So they're extra smooth. So you want the thickest string closest to your chin. All right? So here we go. This is your strumming hand. This is your fretting hand. The fretting hand is the hand that does all the work on the neck and the fretboard. So all we have to do to get started is lightly place your fretting hand, your fingers, across the strings. You don't want to grip it like a baseball bat, lightly. What we're trying to do is mute all 6 strings. And what we're going to do is get your fretting hand there, and then bring your guitar pick and rest it lightly on that low E string, the one closest to your chin, and then just let it fall and strum all 6 strings. Down it goes. Bring it back up, let it rest, strum it again. Now, if you're finding that you have sound coming out, it could mean one of two things. One, you're gripping the neck too tightly, and you'll have something like that. We don't want that. Nice and light, just barely touching the strings. Don't press the strings to the fretboard quite yet. Bring your pick here. Oh, thing number 2 is it could be over one of these magical spots on the fretboard that are called harmonics. We'll get into those later. If you hear things like that when you strum, just move your hand a little bit and it should go away. So that's what we're looking for. You're here to learn how to make music, and already I have you making thuds. But those thuds are very important, and we'll work with this. We're going to refine this. Right now, we're going to focus on the strumming hand, so that's why we want thuds right here. So, picking hand, or strumming hand. Pick on the low E string, let it go. Go ahead and do that 10 or 20 times. Figure it out, get the flow, get the feel of it, and then after you have the feel of it, what we're going to do is put this in time. Music happens in time. So, we're going to do things called bars of 4. All we're going to do is strum on beat 1 of each measure. Each measure has 4 beats. And these 4 beats are going to be steady and they are going to be repetitive. We're going to repeat bars of 4 for years. So here we go. Let's give it a try. Get your picking hand ready. Your pick is ready on your low E string, and I'm going to count you in. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we strum. 2, 3, 4, and strum. 2, 3, 4, and strum. 2, 3, 4, strum. Excellent. That's all there is to it. Let's head over to the play section. But before you go, congratulations on your first lesson. Excellent.